Good evening. It is my pleasure to welcome you tonight to the National Charity League Laguna Chapter's 30th Annual Debutante Charity League Ball. My name is Cindy Parness, and I'm this year's Debutante Ball Director. Thank you for being part of tonight's celebration. We are honoring 15 young ladies who over the last 6 years have volunteered 6,772 hours in our community, supporting a variety of local philanthropies and truly making a difference in the lives of many. Although the mothers of these outstanding young ladies are not in the room, we would like to recognize them. They are a group of amazing women who have been role models for their daughters, and I'm honored to have had the privilege of working with them in planning this event. The Debutante Ball would not be possible without the dedication and tireless work of the Debutante Ball Committee. Please join me in acknowledging and thanking them for all that they have done to help create this beautiful event. I am very appreciative of the amount of time and effort that the community has given towards making this event memorable. It is my honor to introduce to you our chapter's president, Mrs. Christine Cormie.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Isn't this a gorgeous ballroom? You guys have done, you and your committee, an amazing job. I am so happy to speak to you tonight as the current president of National Charity League's Laguna Chapter. Through the mother-daughter relationship, NCL Laguna has been serving the philanthropic needs of Orange County since 1986. Over the past 3 decades, hundreds of our young ladies have been serving the needs of those in our community. That's quite an impressive commitment over the years from the Laguna chapter alone. Following in that tradition, we are here tonight in the presence of family and friends to honor the class of 2018. To our debutantes, they have set such a wonderful tone of hard work, dedication, and commitment with countless hours volunteering at the Shea Center barbecues, reading to children at our local libraries, attending TikToker meetings, supporting Special Camp for Special Kids, just to name a few. So we want to thank them, and even though the mothers, again, may not be in the room, I know the fathers are, and I know you know how hard they have worked. And we want to thank them and acknowledge them for that commitment because they have been side by side every step of the way, these mothers and daughters serving our community together. So for that, we really appreciate and honor their NCL journey tonight. It's safe to say, yes, I think that deserves a round of applause, absolutely. So it's with gratitude, and I think it's safe to say that your parents, and the chapter is appreciative and proud of the young women that you will see presented here tonight. And we do know that they will go out into the world and they will apply the values of leadership development, community service, and appreciation of cultural events that NCL Laguna has fostered in them. And please, I hope that all the TikTokers who may be in the room tonight and when the debutantes join us, that you don't let your NCL journey stop here. Please come back and share with us your experiences. 6 years is a third of their lives by the time they go through their NCL journey, and they've made an impression on the young ladies who have been looking up to them for years. And I just want to also take a moment to recognize Mrs. Cindy Parnas and her committee for all of their work to make tonight a memorable event. Thank you.
Now it is my pleasure to introduce you to my husband, Jeremy Parnas, who will be our MC this evening.
Good evening, everyone. Before we begin, I would like to remind everyone to please silence your cell phones. Thank you. Tonight, we honor these young women for their 6 years of community service and dedication to the ideals of this unique mother-daughter organization. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize the National Charity League Laguna Chapter past presidents who are present tonight. Corinne Adams, who is also a debutante mother tonight. Miss Kelly Redden. And Mrs. Donna Upton. Please join me in a round of applause for the past presidents. Thank you. At this time, I am very pleased to present the mothers of the debutantes on the arms of their daughters' escorts. Mrs. Drew Hopkins Adams on the arm of Mr. Nicholas Drew Adams and Derek Allen Adams. Mrs. Edmund Francis Burke on the arm of Mr. Patrick Lawrence Burke. Mrs. Michael Philip Campbell on the arm of Mr. Adam Frank Campbell. Mrs. David Firestone on the arm of Mr. Spencer Firestone and Mr. Parker Firestone. Mrs. John William Goodpaster III on the arm of Mr. Austin William Goodpaster. Mrs. David Brian Harris on the arm of Mr. Jack David Harris. Mrs. Anthony John Jacobson on the arm of Mr. William Ayub. Mrs. Peter David Kempf on the arm of Mr. Hunter Martin Kempf. Mrs. Gerald Anthony McGuire on the arm of Dr. William Beverly Davis and Mr. Scott Philip Davis. Mrs. Jeremy William Madison on the arm of Mr. Blake Anthony Vallum. Mrs. William Joseph Nosek III on the arm of Mr. Jacob Paul Martin. Mrs. John Francis Pla on the arm of Mr. Sebastian Ramon Pla and Mr. Aidan Miguel Pla. Mrs. Paul Ireland Roy on the arm of Mr. Matthew McGaugh. Mrs. Michael Joseph Santoro on the arm of Mr. Joseph Anthony Santoro. Mrs. Daniel James Williams on the arm of Mr. Chad David Whitman. Mothers and escorts may now be seated. The highlight of our evening is about to begin. Presenting Miss Katrina Marie Adams, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Drew Hopkins Adams, on the arm of her father, Mr. Adams. NCL has helped foster Katrina's passion for helping and serving others, especially children and those with special needs at Sunshine Readers and Special Camp for Special Kids. Katrina volunteered over 1,400 hours during her high school years and made philanthropy a true priority. At TCU, she is very involved with their Best Buddy program, and we know she will continue to share her compassionate heart and desire to serve others throughout her life's journey. Miss Katrina Marie Adams. Presenting Miss Jacqueline Olivia Burke, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Edmund Francis Burke, on the arm of her father, Mr. Burke. Being part of NCL has encouraged Jacqueline to share her time and talents to help others in need. During her years involved with NCL, Jacqueline has experienced the tremendous joy found by serving others while building lasting friendships. She has learned that she has the ability to make a positive impact by serving her community because of the enormous ripple effect of kindness. Jacqueline and her mother will always be grateful for their time spent together serving the many NCL philanthropies, especially Sunshine Readers. Miss Jacqueline Olivia Burke. Presenting Miss Allie Virginia Campbell, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Michael Philip Campbell, on the arm of her father, Mr. Campbell. Through National Charity League, Allie has learned to appreciate the value of community service and helping others. She has used the opportunities in NCL to help those less fortunate, and she has developed great character. Allie has also grown in the appreciation of the arts. Her favorite philanthropy is Laguna Plein Air Arts Association. She has shared that passion with her mother as they enjoyed working multiple events together and even started their own collection. Her parents are proud of the beautiful young woman she has become. Allie brings so much laughter and joy to everyone she meets. Miss Allie Virginia Campbell. Presenting Miss Alexandra Marie Firestone, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. David Firestone, on the arm of her father, Mr. Firestone. National Charity League opened Alexandra's mind up to the concept that it is better to give than to receive. Her most rewarding experience was interacting with the wonderful kids at Orangewood Children's Home and seeing how appreciative they are and how much they want to love others. This set Alexandra on a path of helping children with regard to health and wellness. She has made lifelong friends through NCL and continues her journey of volunteering at USC and at Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles. Miss Alexandra Marie Firestone. Presenting Miss Madeline Rose Goodpaster, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. John William Goodpaster III, on the arm of her father, Mr. Goodpaster. The past 6 years in NCL have had profound impact on Madeline. She has grown into a compassionate, confident leader through her experiences volunteering at the many philanthropies NCL supports. Through her service with Sunshine Readers, Orangewood Children's Home, and the Boys and Girls Club, She found that true happiness comes from sharing with others. Her love for the children was felt in every room she graced, and this has inspired her to continue as a compassionate leader serving others in need. The memories she has volunteering side by side with her mom and sister will be cherished forever. Miss Madeline Goodpaster. Presenting Miss Caroline Ann Harris, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. David Bryan Harris, on the arm of her father, Mr. Harris. Caroline has enjoyed the friendships created within her National Charity League class and the leadership opportunities NCL has offered her. She will always have fond memories of working with the children at Orangewood Children's Home. This experience helped her better understand and have a compassion for those in our community. NCL has helped her realize that volunteering will be a part of her life, always. Miss Caroline Ann Harris. Presenting Miss Juliana Lavinia Busa Jacobson, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Anthony John Jacobson, on the arm of her father, Mr. Jacobson. Juliana's involvement with National Charity League gave her many opportunities to serve her community and discover philanthropies that have touched her heart. Her time spent making meals for the Waymakers Youth Shelter and playing with the children at Orangewood's Children's Home has taught Juliana to empathize with those less fortunate and to appreciate her many blessings. She learned that serving others is truly the greatest gift, and because of NCL, her philanthropic work will continue for years to come. Miss Juliana Lavinia Busa Jacobson. Presenting Miss Ashley Elizabeth Kempf, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Peter David Kempf, on the arm of her father, Mr. Kempf. Through her years at National Charity League, Ashley has grown in confidence, leadership skills, and character. NCL gave her an opportunity to enhance her social skills through interacting with new people outside of her high school friend groups. Serving as 2017 class president, she was able to challenge herself to give her valuable time to worthwhile causes in the community. Her kindness and selflessness were fostered by her favorite philanthropy, Special Camp for Special Kids. Furthermore, she enjoyed serving side by side with her mom. Miss Ashley Elizabeth Kempf. Presenting Miss Kim Marie McGuire, daughter of Dr. and Mrs. Gerald Anthony McGuire, on the arm of her father, Dr. McGuire. National Charity League allows mothers and daughters the opportunity to give back to their community in a compassionate and purposeful way. Special Camp for Special Kids gave Kimmy the opportunity to connect with children who are dealing with pressing physical and mental needs. She came home exhausted each day, but her relationships with her campers grew more thoughtful and profound. Working with these gracious families taught Kimmy to be more self-reliant and empathetic. Kimmy has grown so much with National Charity League and is on the path towards living an altruistic life. Miss Kim Marie McGuire. Presenting Miss Natalie Marie Madison, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jeremy William Madison, on the arm of her father, Mr. Madison. Natalie's experience and involvement with National Charity League has helped shape her into the loving, careful, joyful, confident young woman that she is today. She developed a love for working with children while serving with Sunshine Readers and Orangewood. Her passion for working and serving children led her to study speech and language pathology at the University of Colorado Boulder. Natalie will continue her lifelong love of serving children through her sorority, Chi Omega, and Make-A-Wish Foundation. Miss Natalie Marie Madison. Presenting Miss Madison Nicole Nosek, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. William Joseph Nosek III, on the arm of her father, Mr. Nosek. National Charity League provided Madison the opportunity to share her love of helping others and her desire to serve her community. She moved forward in her journey to leave happiness and hope in the lives of those she touches. To quote her own words, "The purpose of NCL is to help others and give happiness where there is sorrow, neglect, or sickness. But when I walk away from these wonderful people, I feel like they have given me more than I could have ever given them." Her parents are so incredibly proud of all that she is and all that she will become. Miss Madison Nicole Nosek. Presenting Miss Marisa Michaela Pla, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. John Francis Pla, on the arm of her father, Mr. Pla. NCL has been an integral part of the woman Marisa has become today. Marisa's spirit of giving, compassionate heart, and strong commitment to helping others was beautifully demonstrated through the big smiles and special moments she shared with the children from Sunshine Readers, Camp to Belong, and Orangewood. The immense impact NCL has had on Marisa's life also sparked a lifelong passion and career path in working with young children. NCL will always hold her most cherished memories, but the most treasured gift for her family was watching her grow into a beautiful, giving, and confident young woman. Miss Marisa Michaela Pla. Presenting Miss Rachel Ann Roy, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Paul Ireland Roy, on the arm of her father, Mr. Roy. Through her experience with National Charity League, Rachel grew as a leader and became more aware of people in our community who need support. She learned that she could have an impact through her time and attention. Her compassion was sparked by her work with foster youth and as captain in the Sunshine Reader program, where she was able to promote literacy to young children. Rachel has many treasured memories from her time in NCL. Miss Rachel Ann Roy. Presenting Miss Serena Basile Santoro, daughter of Dr. and Mrs. Michael Joseph Santoro, on the arm of her father, Dr. Santoro. Serena has become a strong, humble, loving, and compassionate leader through her involvement with National Charity League. She has found passion for service and love for children through organizations such as the Ocean Institute and Special Camp for Special Kids. Her parents feel blessed to have watched her grow into a beautiful young lady that is so giving of her heart and her time. No matter the pressure and stresses in life, Serena will always seem to find a way to laugh and be grateful. Miss Serena Basile Santoro. Presenting Miss Cassidy Ann Williams, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Daniel James Williams, on the arm of her father, Mr. Williams. NCL has given Cassidy the tools to understand and appreciate what service and commitment really are. She has developed a passion for giving back to those in need and a strong desire to serve others in the community. The philanthropy that meant the most to Cassidy was Camp to Belong, a week-long camp dedicated to reuniting siblings who have been separated in the foster care system. The experiences she has had these past 6 years have really helped shape her character and have given her a solid foundation that will stay with her through the rest of her life. Miss Cassidy Ann Williams. The debutantes of 2018. You will notice that each of the debutantes is wearing a medallion around her neck. As part of the National Charity League Ball tradition, the debutante medallion is presented to each debutante on the evening of the ball as a symbol of the many hours of service and dedication that she has given during her membership in National Charity League Laguna Chapter. Over the course of 6 years, these committed, extraordinary young women standing before you have gifted 6,772 hours of volunteer service to their community and various philanthropies. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the National Charity League debutantes of 2018. Could we please have the fathers join your daughters? Fathers, please begin the first waltz of the evening with your daughters. Will the escorts please stand? Will the escorts please claim the debutantes? Gentlemen, please escort the debutantes to their families' table. And ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise as the debutantes are seated? You may be seated. I think that we can all agree that this is an extraordinary group of young women. Their tireless devotion to serving others and building a better community is remarkable. We and they should be proud of their accomplishments and proud of the fine young women they have become. With that, we will now salute them with a toast. Please raise your glasses in a toast to the debutantes, and please repeat after me. To the debutantes. To the debutantes. Will the fathers please escort the mothers of the debutantes to the dance floor and enjoy their first dance of the evening?
It had to be you. It had to be you. I want to run, somebody who could make me be you, could make me be true. I believe in love. of the sun, thinking of you. But some others might have seen they would never be me. They never cross, try to cross, they would do. Hush, no lips, it's your girl, but all your force, I understand that to be you, wonderful, had to be you.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Dinner will now be served. Marie Adams. Presenting Miss Jacqueline Olivia Burke. Presenting Miss Allie Virginia Campbell. Presenting Miss Alexandra Marie Firestone. Presenting Miss Madeline Rose Goodpaster. Presenting Miss Caroline Ann Harris. Miss Juliana Lavinia Busa Jacobson. Presenting Miss Ashley Elizabeth Kempf. Presenting Miss Kim Marie McGuire. Presenting Miss Natalie Marie Madison. Presenting Miss Madison Nicole Nosek. Presenting Miss Marisa Michaela Pla. Presenting Miss Rachel Ann Roy. Presenting Miss Serena Basile Santoro. Presenting Miss Cassidy Ann Williams.
You're better than the best. I'm lucky just to linger in your light. Cooler than the flip side of my pillow. That's right. Completely unaware. Nothing can compare to where you sent me. Lets me know that it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. In the moments when my good times start to fade, you make me smile like the sun, fall out of bed, sing like a bird, dizzy in my head, spin like a record, crazy on a Sunday night. You make me dance like a fool, forget how to breathe, shine like gold, buzz like a bee. Just the thought of you can drive me wild. Oh, you make me smile. I don't know how I live without you, 'cause every time that I get around you, I see the best of me inside your eyes. You make me smile. You make me dance like a fool, forget how to breathe, shine like gold, buzz like a bee. Just the thought of you can You make me smile like the sun, fall out of bed, sing like a bird, dizzy in my head, spin like a record, crazy on a Sunday night. You make me dance like a fool, forget how to breathe, shine like gold, buzz like a bee. Just the thought of you can drive me wild. Oh, you make me smile. Oh, you make me smile. Oh, you make me smile.